Alright, my name's James Basil from ADI Automotive School. I'm going to do a quick demonstration on how to balance a tire. There's two different basic kinds of rims. We're going to have steel rims and aluminum rims. All aluminum rims are going to be what they call hub-centric, and all steel rims are what they call lug-centric. That means on an aluminum rim that this will be the center, the absolute center of this rim, or on a steel rim it's not, it's a stamped. So I'll show you how to do a aluminum one right now. So super easy, you just find the right cup size that fits into this hole the best. Nothing on the back side of the balancer here. Pop out your center cap. That second one is just to space it. Go to snug it down. Most machines have a brake. This one has a brake right here. All right, and the next important thing where people make a big mistake on is setting up the machine right for the type of tire it is, or the type of rim it is. So there's a handful of different types of rims as far as weight placement goes, but the rule of thumb is you're always trying to find the best place furthest out from the center line of the tire to put the weight. So if there is no exterior lip, the best place you could put it furthest out would be a sticky weight on the inside here. So that sticky weight would be the furthest place. On the inside, on this particular rim, it has a lip. So this one would be a sticky weight on the inside and a clip-on the outside. So like I said, any rim, you're just trying to find out the best place that's furthest away from the center line of the tire to put the weight. The next project here is setting the balancer up. So like I said, there's different weight locations. So the first step before you put your measurements in is finding the right weight locations. This button on the Bosch does the weight locations, and you can see the picture of the rim right here. So this is an outside clip-on and an inside sticky. If it was clip-on both sides, you would just page through till you got clip-on on both sides. So like I said, I have a clip-on and a sticky. So that's the arrangement. The next thing you have to do is put the size of the rim into the tire, and that's heavily based on the fact of what weight arrangement you have. So if it was a clip-on both sides, you would just use a basic rim measurement to put that in. So there's three measurements that we're using. Because it's a sticky weight on the inside, you use the arm here to do the measurement. So to start off, this one right here is the measurement from here to the outside of the rim, and you're always going to measure from where you're putting the weight. So the measurement on here, if you look, is 20. We go on here and set this distance to 20. I already had it set up, but you would go through, set it to 20, and then for the overall width of the tire, if it was a clip-on each side, you'd be using the rim measurement, and if it's a sticky weight, you take the same tool, you go in, you put it exactly where the weight would be, and then if you can look right here on the camera, it is at 190 millimeters. So I would set this to 190 for the distance to the rim, and then the only other adjustment, the third adjustment, is going to be the actual diameter of the rim, which is pretty easy. This is an 18-inch rim, so I set this adjustment to 18. Make sure this is locked down tight. Close this, let it spin. So this is how much the tire is out of balance. All right. All right, so the next step here is going to be pulling all the weights off before you start. Every weight's got to be off the tire before you balance it. So very simple tool. This cuts them, this pulls them, this puts them on. So you just grab this into the hook of the weight. Pull them off. And as far as the inside sticky weights go, you need to get it spotless. The biggest mistake people make is there's still a little brake dust left on there and the weights fall right off 2 miles down the road. So scrape them off with whatever you got your hands on, screwdriver, scraper. You're going to want a Scotch-Brite pen, some brake clean, get it spotless before you do anything else. Alright, Alright, as far as weight placement goes, you look at on the left side of each side of these displays. There's also, this would either be set in ounces or grams. This one's set in grams, so 15 grams. You just got to do the math on your weights. And as far as weight placement goes, you follow this dot, because this is locked to that spindle and it knows where it's at. So you would spin this tire till it goes green. So on this side, when this is green, that means it wants a clip-on weight right here, 15 grams. And on the other side, as I spin it around, it wants 15 grams sticky weight right here. So in order to get the sticky weights on, you mark it, and you bring it down here so you get a good placement of the weight, and then you put it right back up before you balance it. Alright? Alright, so as far as weights go, if you don't have the right sized weight, not a lot of people know this, but this side of the tool, you can trim the weights to fit to get the right size. If you only have one size weight, you can make it happen. All right, 0, 0, perfect balance, and it's ready to go back on the car.